All right. We are live, I think. Yes. All right, I'm just going to wait for people to join. Let's turn my lights on. All this cat hair out of the way. Oh, let me actually get this other light turned on as well. While I'm waiting for people to join. And yeah, oh, that says 12 p.m. But it's actually, hi Catherine, yay, so happy. Looks like people are starting to join. I just realized that I accidentally had the thing say 12 p.m. when it's actually right now at 11 a.m. So I'm just editing that. And all right, I'm just gonna wait for more people to join. And in the meantime, I'm gonna get this other light turned on. So just 1 second. Yeah, I don't want to confuse people, so it now says 11 a.m. Okay, it looks like somebody else has joined. Hopefully people didn't get too confused seeing that for a second. Hi, Heather. There we go. Hi, oh, you're going to have to let me know how to pronounce your name, if it's Hanai or Hane or Hane. I'm guessing it's Hanai, because that's what my brain wants to say it is. Hannah A. Hannah A. Oh, cool. Hannah A. Love it. More or less, yes. Hannah A. Yes. Okay, good. Hannah A. Heather said, quick question, how long does it take to load videos to YouTube, like a 20-minute plan with me? It normally takes around 40 minutes or so for it to actually upload. Here, 1 second while I plug in this other light. All right. We got late. All right, guys, so today I am going to be designing some stickers. Let me clean my iPad screen a wee bit. So I just started designing the new monthly kit, and I thought since I really need to get this done before I go out of town at the end of the week, that I would work on it here with you guys. So I'm doing a Northern Lights sort of like Arctic theme, I guess. So I was originally just going to do Northern Lights, but all of you guys wanted me to incorporate like polar bears and penguins and other sort of like Arctic animals into it. So that's what I'm doing. So I've just I got my sketches out, which is always how I start my stickers, is I do light pencil sketches like you can see here, just kind of getting everything situated. I sketched out all the animals first and then kind of placed them in the headers in the little scenes. And then I just did some sketches kind of showing how I'm going to be doing the Northern Lights background. So we'll see how this goes. If you have ever been a part of one of my live streams where I'm setting up stickers, you know that it kind of, the process is a little bit different depending on the theme. Hopefully. All right, we're back. Just had to disconnect from the Wi-Fi. Hi, Vicky. So glad that you can make it. All right, so let's just get right into this. So I started with the line art. We moved to New Hampshire 4 years ago, and allegedly should be able to see the Northern Lights where we live. No luck yet. I wish I could see the northern lights. Like even looking at pictures, I had all these references pulled up here. Let me go to my board. I had all these references pulled up here, and looking at the northern lights, I'm like, it literally doesn't look real. I'm like, how is that even possible? I feel like it's one of those things where if you don't see it with your own eyes, you're like, no, that's not real. But yeah, I got some good references in here that I've been looking at. That's where I got some of my animal references too. So yes. Catherine says, how's it going with your crunch timelines for videos? Your calendar with 3 videos over 3 weeks stressed me out just looking at it. Very stressful. So little just like update on everything. If you guys don't know, I think last live stream I was talking about how we had applied for a house and we got the house. So we have to be out of our current place. I'm just gonna try and like play around with this bear and try to get him looking like a bear. Yeah, but we got the house, so that's amazing, and we have to be out of this apartment by January 7th. So we're just trying to figure out like when we're gonna move, because this is just such a crazy time of year business-wise, and with all those videos, I'm like trying to figure out how I'm gonna get all this done. But I think that what we're gonna do, we were originally gonna start moving tomorrow. That was like our original plan, especially because we're like so desperate to get out of this apartment. But I think that with all the videos that I still, well, just all of everything that I still have to do, I don't think that that's going to happen. So I'm going to be trying to finish this kit like today, honestly, would be amazing. I'm not going to list it on Etsy until the like maybe 21st or 22nd, but I'm hoping to get all the Patreon stuff shipped out before I leave on the 22nd. And also get a migration video out. So I want to finish designing this kit today. I then have to design some new stickers for my migration, which shouldn't be too difficult. It's mostly just headers and such. So hopefully then be able to just bust those out, get those listed, and then get the migration video out this week. Man, I honestly don't know if it's going to happen. So Catherine, how's it going with the crunch timelines? It's going so far, but like I don't have hope that it's all going to pan out how I want it to. I did get my flip through video out when I wanted, so that was great. The question is basically, oh yeah, so we were going to start moving this week, but that's not going to happen. We're going to push it to the new year. And move once we return from Southern California, where I'm visiting family for Christmas. I feel like his head looks weird. I want to make him look more like square, like this guy. I also feel like his neck should be like lower down. But yeah, so if everything goes as I would ideally want it to, then I'll be posting a video this Friday on my migration. I will then be posting my December plan with me at the end of the month when I get back. And this kit will be released at the end of this week, and then the migration stickers may be the same, but we'll see. But I am, Catherine said, have you ever sold migration stickers? I sold a like basically like a New Year bullet journal sort of migration kit last year, but it was more specific for New Year. It was like about goal setting and stuff like that. But this year, I'm going to be releasing basically like a migration kit that it's it's still gonna be sort of focused on New Year in that I'm gonna have like goal setting type things in there, but it's not gonna like say 2019. So that way it's something that ideally you would be able to kind of buy anytime you're migrating into a new journal, and it'll just have some really helpful stuff for that. So that's kind of my plan for the migration sticker release. Okay, let's figure out this guy's neck situation. So I feel like it should kind of go like that almost. Oh, hey, Kara, you were able to make it. Or Kara, I always say Kara. Almost like a long triangle from the neck to snout. Yeah, here, you know what I think I need to do? I think I need to erase his jaw. I might give him a penguin friend, too, standing next to him, because I have penguins here, but I could put a penguin with him, which would be pretty cute. Oh, leaving for work in 15 minutes. Well, I'm so glad you were able to catch a little bit of this at least. I felt so bad that I canceled 2 Sunday streams in a row, since I know Sunday is generally when you can make it. So I'm glad you can make a little bit of it. And, oh, hi, Tyler. I didn't say hi when you came in. A baby polar him underneath him. That would be adorable. This is the January monthly kit that I'm designing. It is going to be Northern Lights, and obviously you can see sort of like little Arctic animals. And this is what is going to ship out for the Patreon rewards as well. Okay, where's my Northern Lights? Let's see. Do I got a stand-in polar bear doodad? Yes, I do. These sketches are pretty good just because it's a little simpler than a photo. See, this is the shape I need. He's got like a little kind of pouchy neck and then like a pouchy chest. So yeah, I got his belly okay. I won't change that. So let's kind of go here. I also want to make him look like he's the same bear that's up here. So that's kind of what I'm going for. Okay, and then this is going to come, his belly's like a little low, but we'll just say that he, oh, that didn't connect correctly. We'll just say that he's a little chubby guy. Okay, that's closer, but I feel like his neck still needs to kind of connect to his belly from down here. So like that. He just looks derpy. Let me get rid of my sketch so I can see him a little clearer. Animals are sometimes pretty tough because if it looks wrong, like it's usually pretty obvious. You're like, something about that doesn't look right. Okay, let's give him a nose because he doesn't really look right without his nose. And he's got like little derpy eyes in this, so I gotta give him little derpy eyes in this too. The addition of the eye just made him so much cuter. This is just me, or do these polar bears need some Coca-Cola? Just make it like a Coca-Cola theme. And you are so right, the eye does make him cuter. Like, he looked like just like a weird alien blob before, and then the eye makes him look like an actual thing. See, that's Bear. That's close enough. Something about him still, like, looks a little off, I feel like, proportion-wise. So let me see what I can do. I feel like he needs to be, like, a little bit shorter. Use this warp tool to maybe kind of, let's see, maybe pull, like, his belly up. Does his head need to be maybe a little bigger or, like, a little bit more upright? I don't know about that. I think his back legs are a little thick. Okay, I feel like that made him look better. Yeah, there's a before, after. It's not dramatic, but I think he needed to just be a little stouter. All right, so now let's do our little penguin friends. The rear ends are really exaggerated. Are you saying that he needs a bigger butt? Let me go look at my, let me go look at another picture of a polar bear. Let me just see. Polar bear. I need just like I don't have any references of like a bear standing, just like that. These are so cute. Okay, yeah, let me give him a little bit more of a booty. Of a little booty. Let me actually see if I can just use that warp tool. And let's see. Advanced mesh. Oh, see, that's cool. That's pretty cool. I'm looking on Bing and seeing side images. They really elongate. Like, this one's pretty close to the position I have him in. This one's just kind of leaning a little bit. Oh, with the little baby on him. Oh. Now I'm wondering if I have to put a baby on top of him. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to give him a friend just yet because I'll focus on getting the other things sort of laid out first, but that is pretty cute. Here, that gave him a little bit more of a butt. You can see I'm not going super realistic with this, obviously. It's like a cartoony sort of stylizing. Hence why, like, their feet are just kind of blobs. I also feel like his shoulder blade is too far back. I feel like this needs to be more like maybe here. And maybe I won't do this line that kind of goes in. Oop. No, I don't like that. Okay, let's see here. See, this is what I was kind of saying. Like, the design process of stickers can be a little bit tedious because quite a bit of it tends to then be just like stuff like this, in the beginning at least, like figuring out how to draw things and, you know, making alterations kind of over and over again. So I feel like his back was too... I feel like the longer I work on him, the... What do you guys see here? Whoa, I leave to help dish up dinner, and we're back on the polar bear. I know, because somebody then made a comment about that, you know, they're like, oh, I'm looking at polar bear references, and I think that he needs to be more like this. That's what I'm saying. Like, sometimes it's just like an hour of working on the same damn thing until it looks right. Okay, I'll go away from this polar bear guy, though, because I don't want to just spend this whole time working on the polar bear. But... he just looks derpy. I think maybe he needs a jawbone and a bigger nose. Okay, I'm just gonna leave him. I'm down with polar bear stream. Just an hour straight of polar bear. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave him for now. I'm still like looking at this reference as I'm saying that, being like, what can I change about you? Okay. I feel like it doesn't look like a polar bear anymore at all, but let's move on to penguins. I'll probably fix that guy up. He kind of looks like just like just a general animal. Like, you can't tell what he's supposed to be. But it's also like this guy's head looks so bear-ish. Like, I've nailed the shapes there. This guy's head looks like a weird dog. He'll come together. He'll come together. I need to stop acknowledging him, though, or else I'm just going to want to keep going back to fix him up. Oh, I just realized this. Idea, penguin with red bow tie holding a banner that says Happy New Year. That's a great idea. Maybe I can have him holding a blank banner or something, because I don't want this kit to have anything to do with New Year's. Just so that it's not like a specifically seasonal New Year's kit. I'm glad you guys are liking the little baby penguin. Now, the tough thing about penguins when I was looking at references is that because their faces are pretty much black, it's kind of hard to see their beaks because their beaks are also pretty much black. So I have to kind of figure out how I'm going to stylistically choose to draw that little beak in because I want to be able to see it. But if I was drawing it realistic to the photos I was seeing, then you really wouldn't see it at all. I think that's actually pretty decent. Let's give him some cute little derp eyes. He's cute. I don't think you'll be able to see this guy's eyes. No. And then they got themselves a black head. And then they got their white belly. And then their flippers are white on the inside. Oh, I hope you have a great time at work. I'm so glad you could join for at least a little bit. Have a great rest of your day. All right. And then this is, I feel like this is Mama Penguin and this is Daddy Penguin. So let's do Daddy Penguin now. Whoops, sorry about that. I was getting a call. Hopefully they can just leave a voicemail. Let's continue with Daddy Penguin. He's got a little tail down here, and he's got a silly beak, maybe not so big. And I'm trying to remember this little guy. He's so cute. I'm trying to do this without peeking back at the references, so that way it's got my own character to it. References are great, but I love to try to get away without using them, like when I'm actually creating the final piece, just so that way it's not. So this part's like yellow. That's what I'm trying to remember. It's like his head is like here. Okay, for the side of his head, I think I am. Just as I'm saying, I'm trying not to look at references. I just want to see what his head looks like. Specifically that little yellow bit. There we go. This guy's a chunky boy. So, I might just do it like that. Watching while at Starbucks and writing out holiday cards. Oh, yes. Have you tried the juniper latte? That's the most recent seasonal one that I've tried. I thought it was pretty good. All right. Cute. That's all we needed that for. Trying a skinny salted caramel mocha for the first time. I wanted to try it, but wasn't brave enough. Yeah, it's definitely, it's got a unique flavor. People were telling me that it tastes like Christmas trees. Personally, when I had the juniper latte, I don't know, I didn't get Christmas tree out of it. It's definitely like an herby. Like I see why people said it because it kind of has a likeness to like that pine sound. Ooh, I just got a voicemail from them. Might be one of my utilities being set up at our new place. Oh, yes. That's exactly what it was because I just got an email. He's so cute. Looking at references of baby penguins was also like one of the cutest things because baby penguins are like literally just floof balls. Like I feel like they don't look anything like grown-up penguins. They're just like tiny little fluffs. Congrats on graduating from the apartment life. Oh my god, thank you. You guys have no idea how excited I am to never live in an apartment ever again. I'm so ready. This little derpy eyeball. Yes, very excited. Moving during the like New Year holiday time though is always just like the most stressful thing because there's a million other things going on, but it's okay, we'll get through it. This is like the other end of his flipper. So that's going to go there. All right, that's like the general line art for that. I'm looking forward to maybe renting a house this year, so I totally get it. Yeah, we are renting. We're not buying a house quite yet. That would be amazing. It has a long wingspan. I actually looked up a reference for that, and that's like actually when they stretch their wings, it's actually really, really long. Okay, let's see how it's looking without the line art. Cute. I got my little Wolfie too. These are the two that I did before y'all had showed up. And then this guy, he needs some help. But moving along, so we have those animals pretty much there. I haven't decided how I'm going to do coloring for this yet. I think what I'll do right now maybe is go in with a almost white type of color just to kind of put in like the snow. He needs some milk. All right, so let's see here. Oh wait, is this above or below? Because I haven't quite figured out like what the color scheme for this is really going to be, because obviously it's going to be Northern Lights, and Northern Lights are super colorful, so the background is going to be real colorful. So I'm thinking that I want to leave all of these guys pretty much just black and white, which makes sense because they're all animals that are black and white anyways. But yeah, I think I'm just going to try to really keep them just black and white and have them all kind of standing on snow. because that sounds like it might be the best way to make that Northern Lights colors not like super clash with everything else. If that makes sense. I'm assuming you want to avoid the same colors as the Snow Day kit, because I would have recommended those sort of colors. Yes, the accuracy is what improves sales, 120%. Todd's joking IDK about nothing. Yeah, I'm not gonna make it obviously like exactly like the same as the Snow Day kit. It's not gonna be like an ice, like all icy looking like that one was, like only cool tones. But obviously for this snow and stuff, that's gonna be sort of similar. But then the background is gonna be way colorful because of those Northern Lights. And I just basically have to decide if I want to make that like super vibrant or more pastel, or if I want to like limit my Northern Lights to like only involve maybe a few colors. I don't know. We'll have to play around. The Northern Lights are a very unique texture, so I'm gonna have to play around with all my brushes. Tyler said, I don't know why I didn't vote for this theme idea, but I didn't. But seeing the process of making it totally selling me on it. You know, this is not the theme I wanted to do. I knew it would win, though, because I know that everybody has been, wants like still like a wintry theme. Because I would have, like, at this point, I feel like I'm so sick of seasonal themes. I just want to do something like completely random. That's why like some of the things in there were just like random ideas that I chose, like the Polaroid theme, the minimal theme. I've been wanting to do hummingbirds for a while, so that's why I did the bird theme in there, just to see if you guys would vote for it. I figured you wouldn't though. But it's the same thing. Like now that I'm doing this theme, I'm like, okay, I'm into it. I just like, because of the woodland theme that I had just done, I didn't want to draw like mammals again. I didn't want to draw like animals. But then when all of you really wanted like polar bears and penguins, and a lot of people in the comments of my YouTube video also wanted polar bears and penguins and Northern Lights. So because of that, I had to. It makes me happier giving you guys what you want versus selfishly giving myself what I want. Like, it does make me happier to kind of give you guys what you want. So, and now I know I'm going to love this theme now that I'm seeing it come together. It's going to be real cute. And it's fun to do something that's like scenes like this. Oh yeah, it sounds like you guys also want to see hummingbirds. I feel like hummingbirds would be such a cute theme. Hummingbirds are so cool, like looks-wise and stuff, and the colors, and yeah, I would love to do a hummingbird theme. So I feel like springtime would be a great hummingbird theme time of year. Because that's why I'm never like butthurt if I don't get to do the theme that maybe like I would have chosen if I wasn't taking anyone else's opinions into account. And the reason I don't get butthurt about it is because I'm probably going to end up doing it eventually anyways. Like, there's so many months to do themes for, and there's so many possibilities out there. So if something doesn't get done 1 month, that doesn't mean it'll never happen, because there's going to be a lot of months of bullet journaling coming up. Yeah, we have hummingbirds that come year round here to our even our apartment feeder that we have just hanging out our window. If you've seen any of my my Instagram stories of Luna and the hummingbirds, she of course loves them. And she just like watches them very patiently. But yeah, they come year round, and they're really aggressive here too. Like, they are not shy hummingbirds. They are like, they will dive bomb you if you're too close. Some aggressive hummingbirds. Oh, birds of paradise. That's actually a great like kit name. So I think I'm gonna maybe like, I feel like, I don't know how well you can see the color I'm laying down here. But I think it'd be cool maybe to do a slightly green tinted, like icy blue for the snow, since the Northern Lights, if I'll pull up the references here, have a lot of green. It's like teal, green, and pink. See, so I feel like having an icy or like a greenish sort of sea foam color for the snow, and then just black and white for these dudes, I feel like that'd be pretty cute. So I'm just gonna leave that like that for now. And let's see, do I wanna... It's harder to see now too because obviously it's just against the white, but the background of those Northern Lights is gonna be pretty, pretty like, you know, you can see kind of dark, and so then you'll really be able to see that. All right, I'm adding another layer, and I am setting my line art layer to reference because I'm going to start filling some of these guys in. Yeah, because the snow would reflect the Northern Lights a bit. Exactly. I'm not sure if my lines are connected. They're not. Okay, so I'm just going to fill this guy in by... because I don't really feel like filling it, like making sure the line art's all connected. Stop calling me. Yeah, so I'm just going in with my selection tool, and I'm just going to select along the outlines of this guy so I can fill him all in with white. I'll probably fill him in with like, maybe not exactly white, but with something really light, and then give them a little bit of shading. And that's probably like the gist I'm going to be doing for the animals. I don't think I'm going to be getting too super detailed. Oh, he's already so much cuter filled in white. And then I actually think I'm going to grab like a lighter gray, and that's what I'm going to use for all of the sort of background, like whatever parts of their body are a little bit farther back, then I'm going to make a little bit darker. I think I'm just going to fill it in right now with this gray. No, maybe something a little bit lighter. Yeah, like that. Same thing with his legs. All that. With paint, we would mix our white with orchid yellow. I really, for the new year, one of my big goals is I want to do more traditional art, because obviously I do a ton of digital art with the stickers, but I would love to get more confident with traditional art. So I think I'm going to really make that a challenge. Oops, what is that doing there? I think I'm really going to make that a challenge of mine for the new year. Try to push myself to try different traditional mediums and try to do more than just digital. As much as I love digital art, of course. I feel like that's still even a little bit too dark. So I'm going to give it some shading. Okay. Let's color in his paws. Adorable. I think I'm going to make this like a white wolf as well. No, he's also a winter wolf. Traditional art. Oh, well, I got a good set of watercolors, so my 2019 will be practicing and painting with my watercolor. Stream died. I have no idea what we're talking about now. You should come visit me in Seattle. I do abstract painting and acrylic pouring as a hobby plus side business, and I love it. Oh my God, acrylic pouring, I would like love to do that. I watch so many pour videos because it's so satisfying to me. Yeah, so like painting, I would love to get into. I would love to just get good at like sketching and line art digitally, or get better at it. I've been doing all my practice with digital, so even though I feel like I've really gotten it down digitally, I know I would definitely struggle more traditionally. And, you know, I've gotten really reliant on the fact that digitally you can just press undo and you don't have to like, you don't have to think, you know, oh, what if this doesn't turn out right? Then I'm screwed, because you can always, you know, pretty easily erase things, delete things, undo. I can use like what I was using earlier with like the warp tool, and I can kind of slightly adjust things, all of that, which is why digital art is so awesome. But I would love to just have the ability to do all of that traditionally as well without all those digital helpers. So oh, does that waste a lot of paint? Are you, oh, the acrylic pouring? I actually don't know about, I feel like, I mean, who was saying, Catherine, if you can weigh in, but I feel like you wouldn't reuse the paint. But I've gotten good at getting the ounces of paint to canvas ratio down to where there's minimal loss, but there is a lot left over. I'll add a little baby canvas under to use it. Yeah, so it sounds like you just gotta kind of figure out how much paint you gotta use, trial and error. So I'm just using that light gray again to do his back limbs. Yeah, another really big goal of mine for the new year is just to get better about being able to like be earlier with everything as far as monthly kits and whatnot. It would be awesome if I could release everything like towards the beginning of the month and ship out Patreon towards the beginning of the month instead of towards the end of the month. It's just been impossible to do that at this point. Oh, am I still? I just got another voicemail. Oh my God, my phone is, or my computer is like doing this weird thing where it's freezing again. Weird. Yeah, now that I'm actually filling in this polar bear here with color, you know, I might just leave him. I know I said I was going to rework him, but I think that it was maybe just a case of staring at your art too long and thinking it doesn't look good. Now that I'm looking at him, I'm like, that's a polar bear. Once he's filled in white. I'm going to make sure the chat is open here. Cool. Because for some reason, my computer has completely frozen. Now these guys, do I want to make a stark black? Oh, oops, oops, oops. I'm trying to decide if I want to make it like black black or if I want to do like a gray. Oh, that's nice. Answered my question. So, oops. That is definitely a polar bear. Yeah, I'd love to watch your plan with me the first time and follow along with the stickers in real time. Yeah, so that's what I would love to be able to just get everything earlier. Like, I think it'd be so cool if I could have the stickers released at the beginning of the month. People can buy them, and then I can post the plan with me video later in the month. And that way you can have the stickers, like especially for you patrons, because then you don't even have to worry about ordering. If I could have the kit done and ship it out earlier in the month, so that way by the time the plan with me video comes out, you actually can plan along. Black under the blue, so it has a different hue. Since some penguins, it's not always black. Yeah, that's a great idea. I'm going to find a more bluer gray because I feel like that would be really cute. Maybe a little less blue. Like that. And that'll complement the yellow in his, on his jawline. I would love that because it takes so long for me to get the stickers in Canada. Yeah, so that's a big goal for next year. I just have to like really sort of figure out a schedule that is realistic, and then I have to maintain it, because the tough part is that if 1 month you get behind, it kind of makes you behind for, the next 3 months, because it's really hard to find the time to then like catch back up. So yeah, that's a big goal for next year, especially for you guys more specifically, because I just want to do right by all my patrons, and I just want to get you guys the things like as early as possible. That would be just the best. I want an entire sheet of penguins. Oh, they're cute. They are pretty dang cute. I'll be sure the doodle sheet for this includes a good amount of penguins. All right. I'm wondering if I should move on to the background or just start doing shading on these. I think I might just start doing some shading on here. We've been streaming for about 53 minutes and it's almost lunchtime. So I think once we get to about an hour, I'll probably call this stream quits. And in the meantime, I can probably get all the shading done. Just wanted to say thanks for sharing this with us, Kay. I really enjoyed it. Like I said, even though this wasn't the kid I voted for, I'm really excited for it. I'm really glad you like seeing the process of this. Thank you so much. What type of penguins are those? I have no idea. I just got like a bunch of random penguin reference photos off of Pinterest. So I didn't really pay attention to the details. Now I'm trying to, just trying to decide how I want to do the shading here. It's always a little tough making the decision if I want it to be gradiented or blurred. Let's see. Let's see what a little blur looks like. Yeah, like that. So for this blur, I'm basically just selecting the area that I would want the blur to stay in, which is that part of the polar bear. And then I'm going here to Gaussian blur, increasing that a bit. Let's make it match the other one. I should pay attention to what I had it at. 14, or let's do 15%. And then it makes it blurred out a little bit. Those are the emperor penguins. In like the 20 years I go to the zoo, we can never get the wolf past the trees. Look at. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I love the wolves. A bunch of people have been requesting a wolf theme recently, which obviously I haven't done. So that's why I really wanted to throw a wolf in here. And I'm thinking maybe because I made the penguins dark and these two are light, like I'm thinking maybe I should make the wolf like more of a gray wolf. But the white would stick out against the sky better, I think. I don't know. Yeah, okay. The fact that one of you said, I agree. I just feel like he should be maybe a gray wolf, so that way we have two darker animals and two lighter animals. Oh, and that actually reminds me, I wanted to put some mountains in the back of some of this, so I think I'll go in and line art those. And I'm wondering if I should put line art on the ground here. I might, just to see how it looks. I'll do it for now, basically, so I can see it, because it's kind of tough to see. But I think when, oh, is my computer finally not frozen? No, not frozen again. I think that what I was saying is that I think that once I got the sky in there with the lights, that this ground will, you know, stand out plenty fine without line art. But since I can't see right now, I'm just going to do some line art. Just so we can see the ground. And then I'm going to do some line art for the mountains and stuff that I put in some of these scenes. Should do the line art white for the snow at the end, probs. Yeah, that's actually a pretty good idea. Like if the sky behind it is dark and then it's white line art and then the light blue snow, that would probably be a good look. I'm just going to leave it black for now, just for the purposes of seeing it, but I'm going to keep that in mind for once I have the sky in. And I also have to figure out how I'm going to leave the space for people to actually write on these, because the sky is going to be, I mean, that's the thing. The sky I could make it dark, or I can make it lighter, or I could just include like a little lighter area for the writing to be. Have to decide on that. Haven't quite figured it out. Okay, I'm going to make my pen a little bit smaller, and now I'm going to go in and do some of these like mountains that I had envisioned back here. I say make it dark so we can use a white pen to write on it. I would totally do that if I had any faith that everybody owns a white pen, but I don't even own a white pen. I feel like these mountains need to be spikier. I'm getting one of those white Posca pens for Christmas. Yeah, I really need to invest in a white pen as well. Okay, perfect. I'm going to make those mountains. I think I'll make them white for now. Because I'm going to make it like they are snow-capped mountains. But we'll see if that ends up being the final concept here. That's just what I had in mind. For these guys. Oops. Just kind of blocking out colors. I think the only white I have is the silver Sharpie. Yeah, I actually have a silver Sharpie, but it's not a thin one. It's just like a normal Sharpie, so I would never really use that in my bullet journal. I would love to invest in a white gel pen, though, because I know that it's a great supply to have. I just have never ended up with one yet. I feel like I'm definitely a little bit stingier than a lot of people when it comes to buying new stationery. Like, considering that my job is bullet journaling, like, honestly, I feel like you would think I own more. But I am pretty stingy with myself about it. All right. And I'm not going to leave that stark white, but I'm just filling that in as the base color right now, and I'm going to, of course, give it some more like texture and whatnot. But for now, we're just white. Yeah, we want white behind you. And I'm doing basically all these different things on different layers, which is, again, the key to digital art, something that I never have to think about because I never do traditional, is like how to do it without layers. That's why digital art is so great, because layers. All right. So there's those. Here's how it's looking without these sketches. The 3 ultimate of digital artists: Control S, Control Z, and layers. So true. These guys are just so cute. I'm thinking of maybe make the wolf the same color as the baby penguins, just so that it, oops, just so that it kind of matches. I'm using the color replace for that. Yeah, there are, that watercolor is definitely, I feel like, one of those things that feels like layers. Yeah, just very hard to delete. All right. So let's see. I don't think I'm happy with this shadow here. I'll have to figure out what I want to do for that. But we definitely have something happening. Something's coming together here. Trying to decide. Oh, what if I made it more of like purpley snow? I mean, that would be pretty cool. I probably won't decide fully on colors until I get that Northern Lights in there, because obviously those colors are pretty extreme, so that'll probably dictate a lot of what's going to be going on with these guys. I also feel like this guy's beak should be black. Unless it looks too silly. But then his beak should also be black, and that might look silly. Let's see. I actually like it with those little beaks. Yeah, erase this line. Go back here. Oops. Color that back in black, and then we'll put back that line like that. Or like that. Yeah. Let's see, what are y'all saying in the chat? I think that's my big fear about learning to paint. I want to learn how to, but I know I'm not talented in it, so not being able to undo will be a problem. Watch a lot of Bob Ross. It really helps with the self-esteem when you do an oops on canvas. I also learned how to do trees with Bob Ross. So yeah, it's a Bob Ross that got me into the idea of learning to paint next year. Yeah, those happy little accidents. I freaking love Bob Ross so much. Watching Bob Ross videos is like therapy. Forgot to make these guys' little feet black, or darker at least. Oh, and this guy should actually have a foot poking out right here. Kind of like, they kind of like poke out from under their blub. Like dit. Oh, I think my pencil just died. Oh no, just not letting me. What the heck? Oh, I know why. It's because this blue is on top. There we go. We also got to color this little guy's feet in. These side parts. Oh, thank you so much, Heather. It always looks kind of rough in the beginning, but you know, it looks rough no matter what in the beginning, obviously, because until it's complete, you're kind of like, oh, it just kind of looks like a sketch. But I am definitely liking the concept that's coming out of this. I'm excited to actually dump in those Northern Lights, because then I'll really be able to see how it's starting to look. Oh, we're already at 1 hour and 10 minutes. So the last thing I'm going to do is, I think just for the heck of it, just to see some full like background in here, I'm going to dump in some sky color into all of these, and this might help me start to come up with a color scheme, because I think I'm basically going to try to figure, you know, dump in colors that will be the general background sky color, So like here it would be this really dark teal that's back here. For this, it would be like this really dark blue that's in the background. So not the color that's actually the northern lights, but whatever just the general sky background is. So I'm going to try to just fill in some colors right now. For this polar bear guy, I'm going to have sort of a forest silhouette behind him here. Some more other mountains, I think, but just going to leave that for later. And yeah, I just want to see how it looks with some colors thrown back here. So I'm definitely feeling, let's look at our northern lights. Like I love this teal. I also love, a lot of them have sort of a purple sky with the blue and green on top. Oh, like this one. Like that would just be gorgeous. So like the darker hue of the northern light. Yeah, that's right. So like just like basically the background, you know, like if you were to imagine the sky without the lights, just like what that main color is. So it's definitely ranges kind of from teal to blue to purple. I might try to just include like that as my color scheme, like a blue, green, purple type deal. But I have to figure out kind of what hue I want, or what value, or what tone. I don't know art terms. I need to figure out like how dark I really want it. Let me also put this behind the sketch so I can still see my sketches. So I'm just going to drop in colors kind of a little bit randomly, and then I can go in and adjust them. So I'm making these all these colors are at the same point here on the chart, and I'm just sliding the color back and forth so that way they're all like the same. That looks the same. They're all like the same darkness, if that makes sense. Oh, I'm putting this on the wrong layer. That's why they look too dull. I was putting it on the sketch layer on accident. Okay. Oh, I also don't want this still on reference. Right, so let's fill that in. Oops. That in there. Let's grab another teal. Let's do that one there. It's a little bit too blue. More like that. Let's do like a more blue. And then, I mean, what other colors are in here? There are a bunch that are like straight up green, but I don't think that's what I'm going for. Maybe something that's like a purpley blue. All right. I mean, like, that's already kind of getting more of a sense of what this is going to look like, you know? I'm pretty happy with this. Is the most fun part of digital art, by the way, is the fact that you can just like change the colors of anything instantly. Oh, it's my favorite. I feel like the colors we had were pretty spot on. Maybe just lightened a little bit, a little more saturated. Seeing them with backgrounds makes me so happy, even if they're not the final thing. Yeah, like that's why I wanted to throw them in, because seeing it with the backgrounds really does kind of, you can just see more of a full picture, you know. It's easier to picture in your head what that's going to end up looking like. For the heck of it, I'm going to color in the wolf's breath, just because I want to see it with some breath. Oops. Oh. Oh my God. I don't know if you guys could hear that, but my stomach just rumbled so loud. I'm super excited to see how they'll eventually turn out. Love seeing part of this process. Thank you guys. Thank you. I think this is probably where I'm going to leave it for now. I'm really excited for you to see how these turn out in the end, because now that you've seen sort of the rougher beginning stage process, I feel like it makes it a lot easier to appreciate the final product. I'm going to try turning these bright lights off for a second, so maybe you can see this a little clearer. When it's dark, then it's easier to see the iPad. So here's where we're at so far, guys. Pretty excited about this. I think it's going to be a really fun theme, especially when it's done with all the like colors and stuff in it. I'm pretty excited. Again, this wasn't the theme that like I wanted, but now that I'm doing it, well, here, let me flip it this way. Now that I'm doing it, I am very excited to see how this finishes up and comes together. Yeah, it's looking really cute. I'm liking it. I'm already liking it, seeing all these colors. Like, I think that'll be a really fun color scheme. Yeah, I'm excited, guys. It obviously looks like a lot less finished now than it did before. Oh, next time I do an iPad live, I'm just going to leave the lighting like this because it's a lot easier to see. But yeah, that's it, guys. Thank you so much for joining me and like helping me with the design process. One reason why I love working on stickers over live stream is getting that live feedback from you guys and hearing about like what you're into and what you're liking about it. And it just really helps me out. So thank you guys so much for all of your input and for joining the live stream today. And I'm really excited about this kit. It'll be done in the next few days, probably. I'm hoping to ship Patreon out in the next few days. That's the plan. So, trying to think if there's anything else I want to say. I think that's it, guys. So again, thank you so much for joining. Happy Monday. I hope you have a great rest of your week. I'm trying to think if I'm going to have another stream before Christmas, and I'm not sure. So in case this is the last time I see you guys before the holidays, happy holidays, Merry Christmas if you celebrate it, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.